Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We are beyond excited and honored to have Michelle Williams as our first guest on our new and improved GDS. Michelle is with us virtually today. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. How are you?
I'm so good. It is so nice to talk to you. We really have a lot that we want to talk to you about, especially your new book. But before we get to that, we just want to say how awesome it was to hear you sing the national anthem to kick off the entire NFL season last week. How cool was that?
Ooh, thank you so much. I literally yesterday was me kind of landing my plane of excitement.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't want to stay stuck in the past, but this time I made sure to live in the moment and beyond.
What a cool opportunity. Also, of course, we got to talk about this book. You have it all behind you. I have my copy in front of me. I loved reading this book. It's called Checking In. One of the reasons why I loved reading it so much is I literally felt like you were reading it to me. The way you wrote it was just like you were talking. You were talking to me like, oh my gosh, did we just become best friends on page 3? Like, you wrote this in such a, like, just wonderful conversational tone.
Thank you so much. It's funny because the first draft of the book, I was given all these terms and they were like, ma'am, it's too like, it's too, just be you.
Yeah.
Because I felt with it being a book about depression, I felt like I had to say all these terms, and they were like, no, speak from your heart. This is your journey. This is your story. And so when I started writing the book, I just compiled all my notes and all my voice notes, and on the second or third page of the book, it says with Holly Crawshaw, and she was an angel, just helped me compile all of my thoughts. And she was like, girl, you got a book. And I was like, even in my Midwestern Rockford, Illinois twang, yes. And that's what they wanted. It's so cool because the publisher, they're based in Nashville, so they kind of got the quirkiness and all that stuff of the language of the book.
What made you think that right now was the time for you to write this book? Because you've obviously, you said, collecting stories for years. So why now?
I just felt that it was time, you know, kind of just fresh and just, you know, in that on my journey since everything, that up and down year that I had in 2018, I said, I'm sure people want to know the truth and what was happening, but it was also to help somebody and to get somebody to those 3 pillars of checking in with yourself, checking with others, and checking in with God, which is something I've been doing every day for the past 3 years. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be healthier. And on this path to wanting everybody else to, you know, feel the same way I do, even when life comes your way, when life hits you. My father passed in December of 2020, and I said, life happened, but I'm gonna continue to check in and stay in a good state of mind. It didn't mean that I didn't grieve. It doesn't mean that I don't mourn his passing. Even just the other day, I heard a favorite song of his, and I was like, man, I miss my father.
Yeah.
But I'm choosing how to respond to life instead of responding with depression.
I think the title of this book really helps people do the same thing, the goal that you kind of just said you wanted people to check in, because it's such a simple idea, right? You didn't make it difficult. You're like, check in, just check in.
Yes. You know what? Now, I'm not saying the journey is simple. I'm not saying the journey to healing is simple.
Sure.
It sucks. It hurts. You know, it's like when you're healing a wound. It gets itchy. It irritates you. You think it's healed, and then before you know it, you still got to put more ointment on it. You might even have to go to physical therapy, occupational therapy, for total healing. But once you get past it, you're like, I kind of would go through it again, but I really don't want to. But I'm grateful for what I've learned along the way. So that way, once again, because life will come, you can be happy today. Life will hit tomorrow. So it's just how I'm choosing to respond to life, how I choose to respond to maybe betrayal that might come again. Somebody might say something mean to me. How do I want to choose to respond to it? Definitely not 6 weeks laying in a bed somewhere. How do I want to respond to past pain and trauma? I don't want to lay in the bed anymore. I want to get up. I want to live.
I love that. Okay, so we have some Rockford questions for you. When you come to Rockford, what's like 2 things you have to do every time you're back in town?
I go to Beefaroo. I goes to Beefaroo, and I think now is the time. Was Beefaroo they selling those pumpkin squares?
Oh, I
Now's
think
the
so.
time to go. It's the fall.
Yeah.
I go to Beefaroo, and of course to my mom's.
Perfect. Have you seen your new mural that's up here in Rockford? Have you seen that yet?
I have not seen it in person. Literally, I was in Rockford about 2 weeks ago for less than 24 hours.
Okay.
I flew in to see my little niece in Little Shop of Horrors at the Starlight
Oh,
Theater
yeah.
in Rock Valley. And I got on a flight like that next morning, early the next morning.
It was.
But I'm thankful for the mural.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
It is very cool. I actually was driving to work a couple times and I was like, what are they painting? What are they painting? I was like, ah, that's Michelle Williams. How cool is that?
How cool is that? I'm so thankful and grateful for my hometown. It taught me, it raised me, it nurtured me, you know?
All right, we have one final question for you. If you had to pick a Destiny's Child song to sing at karaoke, what would you choose?
And it's not a popular song. It's a song on our very last album, Destiny Fulfilled, and the song is called Free. I just think it's one of our coolest, most soulful songs that showcase great vocals.
All right, well, maybe I'll have to sing that at karaoke sometime soon.
Go ahead, Michelle. Now film it and tag me when you do so I can repost it.
You bet. Of course, your book is available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, more, everywhere you can buy a book. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
I appreciate y'all so much. Rockford, I'll see you soon.
Awesome. Coming up next on Good Day State Line, we are so excited. We're taking you behind the scenes of Blue Man Group in Chicago and giving you a chance to win some tickets. We'll be right back.